And welcome to Students of Torah. This year is entitled Shehechiyanu and Brit Mila. Many of us may recall that in Chutz La'aretz, when we perform a Brit Mila, the father does not recite Shehechiyanu. Here in Eretz Yisrael, we do. The question is this connected to mitzvah Tliyah Ba'aretz in any way? Mitzvah that's connected to Eretz Yisrael? The simple answer is no. There's no connection between Mila and Eretz Yisrael and Chutz La'aretz. Wherever one performs a mitzvah, it's Brit Mila in Chutz La'aretz is the same in Eretz Yisrael. Why should that be a factor? So the fact is that the Shulchan Aruch paskins that one does say a Brit Mila, a Shehechiyanu by a Brit Mila, while the Ramah says not to. So this is not an Eretz Yisrael, outside of Eretz Yisrael issue. This is a Shulchan Aruch Ramah issue. So Ashkenazim follow the Ramah. And sometimes we have a case where we, as Ashkenazim, when the Yeshuv started, and Rabbi Yosef Karo was here 500 years ago, a lot of Ashkenazim that came subsequently, certain times they adapted to the Sephardic Minhagim. One of the most pronounced practices, Birchat Kohanim, where in Eretz Yisrael we say Birchat Kohanim even though the Ramah said not to. But once we came to Eretz Yisrael, we adopted the minhag, the practice of the Sephardim. And here too, we adopted the practice of the Shulchan Aruch to say Shehechiyanu by a Brit Mila. And that's fine. Ashkenazim can follow the Shulchan Aruch. It's just normally Ashkenazic practice is based on the Ramah, but it doesn't have to be that way. But what is the svara? What's the reason to say Shehechiyanu on the Brit? So the Rambam has a fascinating idea. Because if you think of it, we make Shehechiyanu when we buy new clothing. We say Shehechiyanu over B'sorot Tovot, good news. And we say Shehechiyanu on mitzvot mizman lizman, the yearly mitzvot. So we start Lula for the first time. Rosh Hashanah Shofar for the first time. Kriyat Megillah. It's a new mitzvah from time to time. But Brit Mila is obviously not the case. Brit Mila is whenever Hashem gives us children. It could be once every year, or every 10 years, 20 years, or it could be once in our lifetime we have a son. That's really not in our control. So what's the idea of saying Shehechiyanu on a Brit Mila? It's not a new kinyan, a new transaction. It's not B'sorot Tovot, unless if it's B'sorot Tovot, new news, or maybe right when the baby's born. How does it connect to the Brit? So the Rambam has a very interesting idea. The Rambam writes in Hilchot Brachot, Perek Yud Aleph, the last Perek in Halacha Tet, he writes Mitzvah Shev Mizman Lizman, Shofar V'Sukkah V'Lula, Mikvah Megillah V'nei Chanukah, a Mitzvah Kos Mizman Lizman, Yisei Shehechiyanu, and then he says V'chein Mitzvah She'ena Tadira, a mitzvah that's not that often. It doesn't happen all the time. Sharehu domet lemitzvah shemizman lizman, and then that's similar to a mitzvah that's from time to time. In other words, the Rambam maintains the idea from zman to zman, the yearly mitzvah. He said, don't get fixed on the idea. It has to be from zman to zman. No. It has to be a special occasion when there's a special simcha when you perform this mitzvah. Every mitzvah we perform every day should be special, should be a special hanan simcha. Yes, but in the real world, we're human beings, and there are certain times that we have a special simcha on something which is rare. So the Rambam says, don't get fixed on the fact it has to be a yearly thing. It has to be on the calendar every year. No. If it's Eina Tadira, it doesn't happen that often. Maybe every year, 2 years, 4 years, who knows what, whenever Hashem blesses you with a boy. So that also is something which is a cause of simcha, and say Shehechiyanu. The reasoning is so sound that Yetz Hashem next year we'll have to explore the other side. What's the other side? Not to say Shehechiyanu. The Rambam sounds very solid, and the Shulchan Aruch Psak that when you bring down the Rambam sheet, this sounds clear that we should say Shehechiyanu over the simcha, over a rare or uncommon mitzvah. Uncommon could be because it's once a year, or it could be every couple of years. Either way, there's a special simcha because it's not a typical common event. Yetz Hashem will explore the other side the next year. Shalom.